What is up, YouTube? It is Thursday. I am back at the skate spot. As I mentioned yesterday, it is time for a new board setup. And I have chosen the Suvive NWA board. I think this board is pretty sweet. I also wanted to say some people are new subscribers, some people have been watching for a while. For those of you who don't know, I am not sponsored by Suvive or Outsider Skateboards. Both those people are awesome. Both those companies are awesome. They have flowed me a couple of decks, each of them, and I really appreciate it. For someone who comes from not a lot and has gotten to a point in his life where he's made a little something of himself, I still have those kind of poor boy roots, and I really try and ride these decks as much as I can. I try and ride them into the ground and use them as much as I can because I don't like to waste stuff. And I am super appreciative of getting decks. They are not cheap, and I really value them a lot. Both these companies are really cool. Outsider Skateboards, that dude Aaron, the Outsider, is another guy from Maryland, which is my home state. So I definitely have some hometown pride and appreciate him sending me some decks. And Suvive was the first company to send me any decks once I started getting some followers. Really awesome dad of two. Those kids are awesome, amazing shredders. And I just really respect the fact that he's a dad, owns his own company, and skateboarding is a big part of their lives. So I'm going to do a new board setup today in addition to skating. So I'm going to combine the two. That's today's video. Let's get to it. Suvive, out of England, NWA. Let's set this thing up. Wheels and trucks. That's the special little wrench for the Avenue trucks because you can't quite get to the little bolts and nuts right under here. Yeah, I said nuts. Candles in case we feel like waxing later. Obviously mob grip tape. Razor blade. I must make some really fun, like, pinched faces when I'm concentrating. If you hear a car engine idling, there's a vehicle right over here that's just sitting here. I imagine they're probably waiting for the parking, alternate side parking to change over so they can park. Or else they're just like the cops or the street sweepers or the other, car services that come through here that just want to hang out for a little bit and buy some time. As I said, this is a nice little spot where not many people bother you. And apparently, like our street sweeper friend, it's a good place to go pee. I must have scared him off. He just drove away. Now, someone told me that you should always remember which one are your front trucks and which one are your back trucks, because you kind of want to continue to put your front trucks and your back trucks on the same way. But I'll tell you, I consistently forget and I don't know. So maybe I'm evening them out over time by doing my different board setups, and maybe I'm interchanging them. Maybe I'm putting back the same way they were. I have no idea. I will say I had 1/8 inch rubber risers on my last setup. I hadn't always been riding with them, but I have noticed that the Avenue trucks, for whatever reason, and maybe this is trucks in general too, kind of come loose after a while, but I think that these came loose a little bit more often, at least from the hardware. Those like 1/8 inch rubber trucks kind of held them together, a little bit longer, and didn't provide as much jiggle, I guess, or wear and tear on the hardware. So I think they didn't come loose as much, which I found helpful. But I obviously have not put any riser on this time, so we'll see what happens. One truck. Dudes, there you go. New setup complete. Nothing like getting a fresh board up and running. Now let's skate the fuck out of this thing. I don't know how you did that, Chris. But then again, no complies aren't like my specialty. I'm having real trouble committing to keeping my back foot on when I'm coming around fakie and putting the other foot down. I'm also trying to see how high I can kind of extend it. That might be adding to the problem. I can't remember who commented, but someone left a comment about doing all the tricks that I know how to do each session and maybe trying to land them a certain number of times before I move on to harder tricks and start practicing stuff. You know, like I do the kick flips where it's just like over and over and over and over again. So I kind of did that a little bit yesterday, kind of going through a lot of the tricks that I know. You just saw that I did the boneless 180, so that's covered, and ollies. So let's work on some of the other stuff that I know, and then I think I'm going to end this session with kick flips. My shoes are not going to be happy. I added some shoe goo last night because the tip is now down to the black at the very, very tip of the shoe. So I'm trying to preserve these as long as I possibly can. So that one. Definitely counting that one. I'm gonna tighten these slightly. I keep getting wheel bite. And I pulled something over here, I don't know, when I did that little split and was kind of dragging my back foot. Ah, that does not feel good. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do kickflips today. I think that's gonna be it. I got close. I wanted to get that pop shove and then a front shove after the caveman or acid drop or whatever it is. All in all, pretty good session today. Guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have an awesome Thursday.